So as you can see, I'm back to my old way of hitting. After scoring one run in each of the last two games, last game I went back to having the PCI in the middle right there. I'm just more comfortable with it in the lower right-hand side for a left-handed hitter and the lower left-hand side for a right-handed hitter. It allows me, that's where I have the best muscle memory for it and where I'm not thinking about where to put the PCI. Because any thinking you have to do in the split second in which the ball is traveling to the plate puts you at a disadvantage. You just got to react. You got to put the work in ahead of time. And some exciting news. We finally got Ozzie Smith. The game penalizes you for having Ozzie Smith because Ozzie Smith never had much power. Ozzie Smith was a wizard with the glove. Not always in his career, but later in his career, he could hit for a good average. And they seem to, in this game, give him the benefit of the later years. And he's not a bad hitter. He has good contact, but not a lot of power in this game, just like baseball has evolved to do. Overvalues power. But he has great speed. He's very fast. He'll steal bases, he'll bunt, and he can make contact. Those are the kind of players I just like playing with. That's the kind of baseball I like. Which is funny because I'm a Giants fan. And I grew up in the 1980s. Man, the Giants were my team. And our rivals in the 80s in the National League were the St. Louis Cardinals. You know, we end up having the great 1987 National League Championship Series. This is when there were no divisional playoffs. Only two teams from each league, the American League and the National League, went to the World Series. It was the winner of the Western and Eastern divisions, and that was it. And the Giants faced off against the Cardinals in an epic 7-game battle in which Giants should have won it, but we didn't. Cardinals would go on to lose an epic 7-game series against Minnesota. But the Giants of my youth were a team really that was about power and hitting home runs. The Cardinals played a style of game known as Whitey Ball, named after their manager, Whitey Herzog. And that kind of ball, you know, they played in a really large stadium, Busch Stadium, with AstroTurf that would make the ball travel faster on the ground and allow you also to run faster. And they just stocked up on really fast players who could play good defense and who can make contact. In fact, what they'd really try to do is hit the ball into the ground, not over the fence, because it would get on that AstroTurf and it would get through the infield quickly. And players who could steal bases and bunt. That's the kind of baseball I like. Regrettably, it puts you at a disadvantage in this game, MLB The Show. But I'm going to stick with what I like. I'm going to see if I can become decent at this game, make it to the World Series level, and not the new World Series level, which you have to be just like 800 or 850 rating. I want to get to 900 and be forced to play on Legend. And then I'll achieve my goal. And to do that, I have to improve hitting. It's my third season playing MLB The Show. And I'm a terrible hitter. But of course, what I really like about this game, which also gives you a disadvantage, is I'm a huge fan of the Negro League players that have been added in the past few years to the game. Cool Papa Bell is my starting center fielder. There are better center fielders, especially when it comes to power out there. But I want to have Cool Papa Bell, maybe the fastest man ever to play in baseball, at least for the fastest man of his generation for sure. One story of Cool Papa Bell is when he was in his 40s, in the late 1940s, when Jackie Robinson was on his way to come play with the Brooklyn Dodgers, Jackie Robinson started in the Negro Leagues. And he was a shortstop. And the Dodgers wanted to test Jackie Robinson's arm from shortstop. He ended up playing second base, right? It's a shorter throw from second base position than from the shortstop position. And the way they tested Jackie Robinson's arm out is they had Cool Papa Bell, who was in his 40s at the time, come run from home to first base to see if Jackie Robinson could throw him out. And Jackie Robinson couldn't throw him out. And so the Dodgers moved Jackie Robinson from shortstop to second base, which made a lot of sense because Dodgers already had, I think, a Hall of Famer, Pee Wee Reese. And I don't know if Pee Wee Reese actually made the Hall of Fame or not, but kind of iconic baseball player, especially for that Dodgers team in the 50s. And I believe Pee Wee Reese was one of the white players on the Dodgers who warmly greeted Jackie Robinson when he came to the Dodgers. If I recall correctly, he even went to go pick him up from the airport. So this is the kind of baseball I like. And the reality is we call this kind of baseball Whitey ball, again, named after Whitey Herzog. But the reality is it's probably better called black ball, because this was the kind of style of play, stretching a single into a double into a triple, hit and run, bunting, doing just being really aggressive on the base paths. This was a style that was really valued in the Negro Leagues. I mean, Cool Papa Bell even would give his sage advice to Lou Brock. Lou Brock credited Cool Papa Bell with teaching him how to steal. Of course, Lou Brock used to be the greatest base stealer in Major League Baseball history till he was surpassed by Oakland's finest, Rickey Henderson. Let's play a game. With Ozzie Smith. One of my favorite players, Ozzie Smith. Defense, speed. I remember I watched him when I was a kid. And he got into a big fight, a big fist fight. Him and Jose Oquendo, the ultimate utility player at the Cardinals in 1988, with my favorite player of all time, Will Clark. Will Clark was trying to break up a double play and slid really hard into second base. And Jose Oquendo and Ozzie Smith started kicking him. And it just turned into this huge old brawl. That all said, I still love Ozzie Smith. And I still love Will Clark. And I especially love Cool Papa Bell. Who are we going to go with today? Rube Foster? Oh, I don't feel comfortable about this. Got to do what we got to do. We're on the road going up against Walker Buehler. It's a little concerning. Walker Buehler as a sinker cutter combo. Well, this guy's 11-2. Why am I always just playing like really good players? 359 batting average. He's got great players. What uniform is this? Is it the Diamondbacks uniform? No. The Flying Chunkless? I wonder if that's a minor league team. All right. Let's go. Of course, we're playing in Coors. You want to walk cool Papa Bell? Are you crazy? Jason Varitek is his catcher. Brother, you got to throw some strikes at some point. Oh, I think you got a bad. Are we safe? You got a bad. I do think you got a bad jump there. It's a nice pitch. Damn it. Should have been expecting that fastball. Damn it. Damn it. All right. We'll take the run. Not comfortable with Rube Foster, though, against a good hitter. Really not comfortable with Rube Foster here. Yep, this is going to be a problem. I can't even. I can't. Of course, I didn't warm up as a pitcher. It's going to be a bad game. We got to get rid of Rube Foster. We're just playing someone who's good. That's all. The pitcher who's not very good. You got to be kidding. I don't even have an out yet. We got to get Rube Foster out of here. The only out we have is his base running mistake. Are you serious? Like, this doesn't even feel fair. I don't even know what to do. No more Rube Foster. Man, he got one out. And it wasn't even he who got the out. It was base running mistake. All right. Just got to practice. Just try to get better at hitting.
The left fielder, Larry Doby.
Always late.
The count. 2. No ball, 2 strikes.
I knew that was coming. I almost hope this guy just mercies me.
Now batting, second baseman, Perez.
Oh, shit.
The count.
Nice little double play. I knew he wasn't going to go to third. I knew he was going to go right back home.
For the A's, the center fielder, Cool Papa Bell.
Another hit for Cool Papa Bell. Didn't hit it hard, but another hit.
The batter number 5, second baseman, Jackie Robinson.
Of course, we didn't get a home run. Nope.
The right fielder, number 6.
Of course not. It's my bad. My bad again. Embarrassing. You know what he's doing. That was my pitch. That was the pitch I could have got. Here we go. No. My God. I don't get shit. I don't get shit. That ball was going into the alley. I thought we were going to make it a 6-3 game and at least make it kind of interesting.
The catcher, Victor Verrazek. ball, two strikes.
Was it just all Rube Foster? Come on.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Nope, of course not. Why am I swinging at that? I know better.
Ball one.
No discipline today. Doesn't help that I'm already down 5 runs.
Ball. Counts 1-0. Ball. 2-0. Hey. 2-1. Counts full. Ball.
You hit that one hard. All right, let's go with someone else.
Now pitching. Willie Wagner.
Rube Foster, man.
Hey. 0-1. Hey. 2. 0-2 is the count. The batter number 19. Second baseman, Conrad Harris. Ball one. Hey.
Billy Wagner does not have an outlier fastball in this mode on this card. There's Ozzy. All right, let's just have some good at bats.
Leadoff for the Farmers,
Let's try to get Ozzy a batting average.
Smith.
Nope. So I keep swinging at that damn cutter. Bueller guy's got a good cutter.
One ball, two strikes. Ball two. Two balls, two strikes. Count full.
Remember that home run I should have got with Jackie Robinson? Should have been better ready for that.
All one's the count. All one.
Another home run I should have had.
The right fielder, number 6, Dan Musial. Ball. Ball two. Ball, that's inside.
Damn it. Damn it. See, there I showed some discipline, though, in those inside pitches. I am vowing not to quit any of these games. Be good if this guy could just mercy me, because I don't really want to use my entire bullpen. Just trying to get through this game. I got some relievers I don't particularly value that much.
He's out. Hey. 0 and 1. 1 and 1. Two balls, one strike. Hey. 2.
Too early, brother.
2-2 the count.
Rube Foster, man. Still mad about it. Here we go. That's the game. Thank God. Like, why do we have to face these guys that are just like, obviously, he's a clear World Series player. It's annoying. All right. Goodbye.